So, personal branding, why bother? In this world, we know of many different companies, all with very strong brands. We can think of Apple, Microsoft, and people like that. And these brands, they bring along a reputation and a lot of awareness. So, the idea of personal branding is to be able to bring your personality, your identity, and make sure that the people who are around you, who you want to be associated with, they actually get to understand what your brand brings. And the brand is you. So, we're looking at differentiation. What is different about you within the marketplace? What is different about you and your competitors? Who are your competitors? Well, your competitors can be people within your industry, people who are trying to sell products along with you or against you. It could also be people who you are trying to compete with jobs for. Or it could be a situation where you want to be known for something within your industry or within your field. Now, with that, what is different about you and everybody else? Well, that can be done through personal branding. So this is where you can create something which is different, something which is unique to you. Now, doing that comes by knowing yourself, about knowing your identity, about knowing your characteristics. And that is something that you need to look introspectively at. The worst thing that we can possibly do in personal branding is build a brand which does not represent you, because your brand is unique. So we look at differentiation. We look at your brand reputation. And what does that mean? What do you bring? What do you stand for? What are your values? These values are what set you aside. And again, your brand needs to meet these values, otherwise it will fail. Following that, it's how do we create the awareness of your brand and you and the special things that you bring. Okay, personal branding. What are we looking at? Let's break it down. So there's 3 parts to this. We've got the internal, and that's the internal to you. Again, we're back to your personality, your characteristics, and you as an individual, your values and your goals. All these things need to be identified. Once that's been established, then you can start to look at the external. What is happening within the marketplace? What is happening with your competitors? Whether that be in a company role or whether that be going for jobs. All of these things matter. So at this point, what we need to do is break down all these different aspects in order to find out what do we stand for, in order to be able to build the brand authentically. And I say this, and I mean this extremely seriously. If your personality does not meet the brand, then people will know. The people who are close to you will know this is not who you are. In personal branding, we're not looking at creating a new you, we are looking at creating a new brand, which is authentic. So we're looking at passion and values now. This is where we start again to look at yourself. And this is so important. What do you love? What do you love to do? For me, it's education. It's working with young people. It's seeing them grow and move forward. That, for me, is such an honour, but it's what I love. I also believe, in many ways, I think about what does the world need? Well, that's not for me to decide. But what it is for me to do is for my values, for what I believe in relation to my personal brand, is to be able to walk alongside young people and see them develop. Now, again, this is not for me to say, but what are you good at? Well, I believe that passion and the love of my job is what makes me different. And the idea of finding your passion, finding what you are good at, what you enjoy, is one of the most important things. It's infectious. Because people, if they believe that you are passionate, if they believe that you love what you do, then they're more likely to buy into you. So this idea of values, what do I stand for? And that is something which you and I, we will investigate, because again, this part is a personal journey. Where are you going? Building on from what we've just been talking about is this idea of purpose. Establishing your mission. What is your mission statement? Where do you want to go? What do you want to achieve? Again, we're back to the personal within the branding. And this is extremely important because the mission statement gives you the direction of what you want to achieve. We're also then going to start looking at the field that you work in or you want to be known for. Again, depends on you and this personal brand that you are going to create. So we're going to look at what other people are doing. What are you doing? How can you emulate other people whilst finding your own unique sense of purpose? And then just to finalise it all, we're back to this idea of values and, more importantly, the passion. The passion for what you do and for what you bring. I hope that you found this short video helpful, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you. Warren Stanworth.